Robert Road. Robert writes in, with how much time Lamar misses and with what the Ravens just paid Roquan Smith, it means Lamar will be wearing another uniform very soon. I want to get your thoughts. In 2023, does Lamar Jackson stay in Baltimore? Is he elsewhere? Do they use the franchise tag? What happens with Lamar? Because Ravens just get knocked out of the playoffs. Lamar did not play due to his knee injury. I don't blame him there. But where does Lamar wind up next season?
They're going to tag him. They're going to tag the hell out of Lamar. Unless they like somebody now in college. And right now, ain't nobody better than Lamar coming out of college. Ain't nobody on the market, period, just on the market. I'm talking about all positions. Better than Lamar if Lamar hits the market. He's a franchise. He's a game changer. He's your former league MVP. Ain't nobody like Lamar. So, yeah, they're going to tag the hell out Lamar. Lamar going to wind up getting this deal done. The way he's getting it done, how long he has to wait, I'm sure it sucks for him. He's pissed off. But for the Baltimore Ravens, he will stay in Baltimore. They'll get this deal done. They're just going to tag him first.
Yeah, that was my takeaway when I saw the Roquan Smith deal, Ike, where it was just like, okay, they're going to tag Lamar because I take away football for a second, his ability on the field, which is spectacular. He's, a video game quarterback and everything. It's very exciting. The marketability of Lamar Jackson, you're just going to let him go and you're going to let him walk. They have a lot of very, very bitter Ravens fans if Baltimore let that happen. And it's exactly like you said, Ike. When we've talked about this in previous shows, to me, it's okay. If you want to move on from Lamar, what's your alternative that is a definitive upgrade? And that's where, to me, the conversation starts and stops, is I cannot point to a candidate, whether it's a rookie coming in with whatever draft pick the Ravens end up getting, because it's not going to be in the top half of the draft, the top 16 picks. And then in free agency, too, that is always a huge gamble. So if the Ravens did decide to let Lamar go, they would need to have a plan of, hey, here's who we're going with at the quarterback position. And I can't point to a single guy that is a definitive upgrade over Lamar Jackson in 2023. I'm with you. As soon as I saw this Roquan Smith deal, it's like, well, Lamar's going to have to ball out yet again to where he can make his cheese.
Yeah, they're going to tag Lamar, but they're going to get the contract done. He just, in order for them to keep him, they just going to hit him with the tag because they have the first rights to do that. So they'll tag Lamar and they'll work out a deal. They'll definitely work out a deal. But it should, in my personal opinion, it should have never got to this point when it comes down to Lamar Jackson.
Well, I'm with you, Ike, but I also think, too, with what happened with Kyler Murray this last year and Deshaun Watson, it kind of reshaped the market where neither of those quarterbacks made the playoffs and neither of those teams to where it worked out for what their expectations were for this season. And so I think we can both agree that Lamar right now is better than both of those players, but you see what they got. And then it's like, is it worth that much? So from Lamar's standpoint, he's got to be looking at it and say, hey, I should make more. But then the team's going to be looking at it and saying, hey, those organizations just paid those quarterbacks a premium and it didn't work out. Why should we pay that much? And ultimately, you'd think that they meet somewhere in the middle.
I mean, Lamar can argue all day. Like, I'm a former league MVP. The two guys you just named, Mark, between Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray, like, they was never former leagues MVP. An organization never said I had to get in the playbook and put in my contract stipulations on learning the playbook and spending hours in the playbook and doing homework like I'm a little kid. I don't have these off the field issues like the quarterback in Cleveland Browns. So what we talking about? The only since me and Josh Allen and company coming into my draft, I got the best record. I got the best regular season record between everybody. And Josh hasn't hit league MVP. So the only person who really doing better than me out of the young group is Joe Burrow, if you want to think about it. And they gave Josh Allen close to $500 million. Well, hell, what's up with me? My record is better than him. I'm a league former MVP, and he hasn't been to a Super Bowl either. That's how Lamar looking at it. So what we waiting on? So y'all giving him all these weapons. I'm just talking like as I'm Lamar.
Oh yeah.
Him all these weapons. Yeah, I can't catch a cold in Alaska right now. Y'all just want me to use my legs. Yeah, I do have Mark Anderson. Y'all do give me a staple of running backs, but if you want to compare it to other quarterbacks out my generation, who's better than me than Joe Burrow? I mean, come on, let's be for real, guys. This if I'm Lamar, I'm like, let's be. Oh, I'm a former league MVP, so that counts for nothing. My record is better than everybody you can just name. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, between us three, that don't count for nothing. The only thing
but what they're going to say back, though, is saying, oh, well, wins and losses aren't a quarterback stat, which, like, I think there's a correlation there, Ike. But that's – I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Wins and losses is a quarterback stat. It is a quarterback stat. And I'm the best. When I'm not playing, we don't do good. This is not San Fran. They're on their third quarterback. When I'm not playing, we don't do good.
That's true, Ike, because going into the playoff game this season, when Lamar didn't play, Ravens were averaging 12.5 points per game. And I knew it would catch up eventually with them. They very nearly, I'd argue they should have beaten the Bengals. We'll talk about that here in a bit. But I'm with you, Ike, to where stats-wise, points-wise, offensive production, Lamar on the field versus when he's not on the field, like, this is no knock on Tyler Huntley or any of the other Ravens quarterbacks. Right. They're just not Lamar Jackson, period.
No, I get it. If Lamar, I'm fighting this case all day, though. I'm fighting the heck out of this case. Comparison to other quarterbacks, I'm fighting this case. Because really nobody can't tell me nothing unless it's Joe Burrow. So far, and he went to the Super Bowl, they still lost. But other than that, I mean, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes, ain't really nobody can tell me nothing. When it comes down to these to stats and quarterbacks and who's the most valuable person on that team is and plus what I got to work with. Like everybody you name working with something. Like Patrick Mahomes working with an Andy Reid. Like Josh Allen working with Trayvon Diggs and a few other guys. Like they working with something, you know. So he like, man, give me something to work with. Give me something to work with.
Yeah, it's like other than Mark Andrews, who could you point to on that Ravens offense? Like, I mean, I suppose the offensive line to a degree, but from the skill position standpoint, who would definitely start for other teams? And I'm not trying to single out any other guys, but to me, the true difference maker, really the only one on that Ravens offense is Mark Andrews, the tight end who, you know, whether you want to say he's actually a receiver or tight end, you know, fine, we're splitting hairs at that point, but Andrews is really the only guy on that offense where it's just like, because Ike, I look at it from the standpoint when the Steelers are playing the Ravens, who's the guy we talk about every single time when we get past talking about Lamar? It's Mark Andrews.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, correct. No, but Mark is, man, Lamar he different, man. Lamar really ain't working with too much. The OC, you know, he's not in a Perry and San Fran situation. He's not in a Josh Allen situation as far as like talent around him. He doesn't have one of the offensive geniuses when it comes down to offensive minds with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. So he's just, and Joe Burrow, just Joe Burrow. Honestly, I just personally think Joe Burrow just doing that. I was about to say the S word, doing that stuff by himself. You know, when Joe Burrow do have a T. Higgins, who has a better trio than Joe Burrow? Who got a better 1-2 punch than Joe Burrow? So Lamar, like, golly, guys, and I'm putting up the points. My defense giving up damn near 25 points in the second half. So what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to play corner too? Because I can play corner if y'all want me to. So Lamar just, man, pay that man.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to put this on tape, Mike, because I've floated out this idea before. Tom Brady, I don't think he'll retire, but he leaves Tampa. Tampa has a void at the quarterback position, and this was the team that struggled the most, if one of the most in the league at running the football. What better solving that than having Lamar Jackson at the quarterback position, forcing defenses to play 11 on 11? It's my half-baked theory, Ike, but I got to put this on tape because when that comes to fruition,
you manifested.
Yeah. All right, Robert, thank you for that question. That's what Yins think.